What's going on, Epic Vibers? Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt, and I help people raise their vibe. In this video, I want to talk to you about speaking and receiving messages from the universe. We have the power to actually speak and receive ongoing contact from the universe, hear the words of the universe, and be able to move forward using the advice that the universe gives us. This is something that I discovered actually back when I was kind of learning about the law of attraction about 3 years ago or so, and really started putting this to practice, and my life really changed. The amount of things I would start asking the universe, listening for a response, and actually receiving those responses. And every time I acted on the response from the universe, it completely changed my life in incredible ways. So I want to share with you my personal kind of story on how to speak to the universe, how to receive messages from the universe. And I think by doing this, it will absolutely have a profound effect and change your life forever. And so it's very important, this idea is to understand that the universe is always speaking to us. The universe is always sending us messages. The problem is sometimes it's too loud to hear these messages. Okay, we have too much going on in our head, too much chatter in our thoughts to hear what the universe has to say. Now, the chatter that's going on in these thoughts is, anything that might be stressing us out or worrying us, or, maybe we're watching the news and a lot of stuff going on in the news, or maybe we're gossiping and a lot of stuff we're hearing, or scrolling through our phone on social media and processing all this information. There's a lot of stuff. 11 million bits of information our brain processes every second. 11 million bits. That is a lot. We're taking in a lot. And again, especially with, TV and streaming and phones and everything being at our fingertips, it makes it even harder and harder and harder for us to be able to kind of clear our mind, because all that information is everywhere. And so in order to, and I'll give this example, I should say this, it would be like if you're, at a party or at an event and there's, hundreds of people around you and it's very loud and everybody's talking, and your friend is standing next to you and your friend is trying to tell you something, and you have to go up to your friend and try to hear, because it's so loud, everything that's happening around you, you cannot hear what the person standing next to you is actually saying. This is the same idea with the universe. The universe is right here. It's telling you things, it's whispering, it's telling you your next steps, it's telling you what to do next, but we can't hear it because there's too much chatter, too much loudness going on in our head already. And so once we can calm and say shh to all these other people at the party, all these other thoughts that we're having, we'll be able to actually hear the universe whispering to us. It's funny because that quote actually came to me from the universe at one point. I remember at the time I was working at a hotel, and I remember standing on the front drive of the hotel. I worked in the bell service department, so I stood out front, and it was kind of a slow day, and I just was kind of feeling very calm, feeling very relaxed. And I almost just kind of asked the universe, nonchalantly, just asked how come you don't speak to me? How come you don't speak to me a whole lot? Again, I was just learning about the law of attraction. And the message I got back, literally in the instant, it says, when you quiet the chatter in your mind, you'll hear the universe whisper to you. Okay? When you quiet the chatter in your mind, you will hear the universe whisper. So I was like, whoa, okay, that was pretty profound. So the reason you're not speaking to me all the time is maybe you are, but I'm not listening to you, right? I got too much going on in here already. So maybe it's time that I start relaxing, calming down, doing a little more meditating, doing some breath work, things like that. And so I started doing that. I started doing that more and more and more, just making sure I was always calm. When I started stressing out, asking myself, okay, why am I stressing? Let me relax. Everything's all good. Let me just go with the flow. This was right around the time I discovered a quote from Hicks, which is still one of my favorite quotes to this day. And this is 3+ years ago. And the quote says, "Let go of the oars. Everything you want is downstream." And I love that quote because, again, we almost feel, and we're taught that we have to do a ton of hard work and struggle and angst in order to go through life and get what we want. In other words, it's like we're in a boat and we're paddling against the current, and we're going, we're trying really hard to paddle, but the current's pushing us back as we're trying to go forward. We're really stuck, right? We're stuck. We're going forward, but the current's pushing us back, and we're really struggling, but we're stuck in one place. But if we just let go of the oars, what happens to the boat? The boat starts floating downstream. We don't do anything at all, but we're just floating with the current. And what Hicks says is everything that you want in the life is downstream. You don't have to struggle or stress for it. It's naturally yours. And when you give up the struggle, when you give up the angst and just kind of float downstream, you will get everything that you want in this life. It will come to you. Everything you want is downstream. And so there was so much power in that for me. And so every time I was stressing about something or feeling angst about something, I just think to myself, let me let go of the oars. Let me let go of the oars. Let me just float. Let me just relax. And I picture myself relaxing in the boat, just kind of with my arms back, just going with the flow, going downstream. And it was so perfect. It was so perfect. And every time I did that, I'd start hearing more and more messages from the universe, just kind of dropping it in. One message the universe gave to me one time when I was trying to do so many things at once, trying to balance so many things in my life at one time. And I was like, I don't know how I can do this. Universe, help me. How can I do this? And I calmed my mind and I just said, how do I do this? And the universe spoke to me in that moment and says, when you give up control, you gain control. And I love that. And so everything that I had, I just gave up and I stopped. I stopped trying to control situations, and guess what happened? Those situations fixed themselves. I gained so much control in my life by simply giving up the need to control things. Such a profound, powerful effect. And so really it came down to any time that I quieted my mind, I knew I'd be able to hear the whispers of the universe. And so that's my advice to you. And going forward, if you want to send and receive messages from the universe, it all comes down to quieting your mind and relaxing, quieting the chatter in your mind, just becoming in alignment with yourself, alignment with your breathing, okay, alignment with the true you, and just calming and relaxing, cutting through resistance, cutting through the chatter, and then you have that open channel of communication. So try that meditation, try meditating, try breath work. I'll link a meditation below that's very, very powerful for cutting through resistance. It's an Abraham Hicks inspired meditation that I made. I'll link that below. But calm your mind, and when you are at your peak calmness, if you start feeling a little stressed or here and there, think about letting go of the oars and just floating downstream. And at that point, just drop a question to the universe. You don't have to ask out loud, but just drop it. Drop that question. And I guarantee you, you're going to get a response. Okay? This was back 3 years ago. My wife and I had just gotten married, and we were not on our best financially. We were still trying to figure things out, and we really wanted to go on a honeymoon. We really wanted to go on a trip to Las Vegas, but we could not afford to do it. And I really wanted to take her to something I really wanted to do. And so in my calm moment, I asked the universe, I said, universe, I want to go on this trip. What do I do? What do I do? And the universe responded back to me in the moment and says, go on the trip in your mind. That's what I said. Go on the trip in your mind. Do everything already in your mind. Like start planning for it already, basically. And so I went on the trip in my mind. I started imagining doing the things. I wrote down the things I wanted to do. I started looking at hotels and different things, different restaurants that, yes, I'd love to eat there. Started creating this trip, even though I could not afford it. Creating this trip and going on it in my mind. And one thing after another led to, again, massive coupons and discounts being sent my way, extra vacation pay being sent into my bank account. I referred a couple employees of the hotel, that was where I worked, 2 years prior, and all of a sudden they sent me $500 for each person. So all of a sudden I had $1,500 of extra money and Las Vegas just opened a new hotel, and they sent me an email that says you can stay here at this hotel for $20 a night. And so literally this whole vacation that was supposed to be, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 for a week in Las Vegas ended up costing us $300. It happened because I followed what the universe had to say. Same thing, a lot of, out there that I used to live in Oregon, and my wife and I really wanted to live in Florida. And so we had the opportunity, it kind of came to us as far as, us being able to now move here. And I just thought, man, there's just so much to do in moving. There's so much to do. How do we, fly to Florida from Oregon, because it's all the way across the US? How do we fly there, but also make sure all our stuff gets there and all the expenses? How do I do it? And I dropped the question to the universe. How do I do this? What do I do? And the universe responded and says, just go and see all my beauties. Go and see all my beauties. That was the message. And the message that I got from that, go and see all my beauties, is I think we need to drive there. I think we need to drive across the country. Who worries about the flights? Who worries about getting there quick? Let's drive with our stuff and just go across the entire country and see the beauty, see the land, see everything the universe has to offer. That's exactly what we did. And it was one of the best weeks of our entire life. We still talk about it to this day, driving all across the United States from Oregon to Florida. So powerful, so powerful. And I'll give you one more when it came to my business and stuff. A lot of you know this YouTube channel started as just a blog. I just had a blog. I would just write articles. There were no videos. I'd write articles. And I was never feeling satisfied writing. I didn't like to write. But I tried to keep it up, but I couldn't ever keep up enough because the joy of writing just wasn't there for me. But I love speaking, right? I love talking, I love speaking and things like that and talking to you, but I never really made the connection of, hey, you know, it's okay, you can start doing some videos instead of writing, because I was finding a little bit of success doing it, but you know, I just wasn't passionate about it. And I told the universe, I was like, you know, help me. What is it? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Because I'm finding success in my writing, but I don't like writing. I want to do videos, but I don't want to start from square one. You know, it's going to take years to build up a YouTube following to help people. And so I calmed myself and I asked the universe. I let go of the yours, took a breath, calmed my mind, asked the question, and the universe says, do what you love and I'll take care of the rest. Do what you love and I'll take care of the rest. So I dropped everything with my blog and I started making daily videos here on YouTube, daily videos. And as many of you know, I started doing daily videos back in February. So now we're about 3 months later, and we're almost at 7,000 followers in just a matter. Like, the people just flocked, the people just came. The universe was right. I did what I loved. I just started doing videos. I didn't worry about anything else, and the universe took care of the rest and has my back. It's so powerful to speak to the universe, to receive the messages, and to follow what the messages say. Again, calm your mind, relax, take a breath, let go of the oars, open that channel of communication with the universe, and I'm telling you, your life will change profoundly, especially when you start following exactly what it tells you, because the universe will never steer you in the wrong direction. The universe knows what you want more than you know, and it knows the fastest way to get you there, and it will tell you exactly what to do if you only ask. So if you want help in calming your mind, again, use that meditation that I talked about, cutting through resistance. I'll leave a link in the description below for that meditation. It's absolutely free. You can access it right now. Other than that, if you enjoyed the video today, please go ahead and click that like button and subscribe if you want more law of attraction videos like this. Thanks so much for joining me today. Have a marvelous day, and I'll see you in the next video.